down in Torrevieja today. We're right up by the marina next to the big project on the Costa Blanca with the latest news, and we've got so much news to report on today. Yes, there's a lot going on in the news, and yeah, down to a few criminals being caught for identity fraud here on the Costa Blanca down in Torrevieja. We've got the supermarkets slashing the prices. We've got balls being washed up on the beach. We've got a severe weather warning out for the weekend. And we've got the new law out for the child seat coming out in September. And we've got the criminal. So yeah, we're down in this lovely marina on the Costa Blanca there, which is absolutely beautiful in Torrevieja. And you can hire all these boats out, all different prices, from a couple of hours for €190. All depends on what boat you want. And some of them can take up to 5 people. And if you prefer a big donut boat and have a little picnic, you got that as well. So yeah, you got all the prices there. You just have to shop around, come along here and check out the cheapest prices. But yeah, we've got all the times there. And there you can have your barbecue on there as well. So yeah, come down to the marina. But first of all, I'd like to thank everybody that's been supporting the channel. I know we've got Josh that's just bought me coffees as well, and John. So yeah, we've got lots of people supporting. So thanks for supporting the channel. It's helped me do more videos. And of course, keep you up to date with all the latest news. And there's so much going on, especially down on the Costa Blanca. New rules for the tourists, of course. Down in Benidorm and Calpe and the Costa del Sol, they're thinking of bringing these new rules in, and it's all about people reserving their place on the beach. And anyone starts putting their sun chairs and umbrellas up, put them right next to the sea in the morning before 9:30, they could be fined up to €250. So yeah, the police are going around checking anything being left unattended for more than 3 hours. That could be effed up with a hefty fine. And that's just not in Costa Blanca, of course. Other areas are starting to do this as well because the beach is getting so busy. Oh, it's all bloody fines here, isn't it, eh? All fines here on the Costa Blanca. But yeah, there's identity fraud down here in Torrevieja. A Norwegian and an Englishman apparently have been stealing people's identities. So yeah, it wasn't just this two. Apparently there was 10 connected to this kind of crime ring. They had it all on a fire stick, all the identity fraud and the people's identity they were nicking. So yeah, this fire stick led to 10 more arrests, and they reckon it ain't going to stop there. So yeah, a big ring caught here in Torrevieja. But yeah, we've got this weather warning here the weekend, severe weather warning. And you've got to be very careful because we're getting this weather from Africa, and in the area it could be up to silly temperatures. They reckon up to 44 degrees from Friday onwards. And yeah, suspension of dust again. Yeah, the orange dust is going to be coming back. And also we've had a ball washed up on a beach in Valencia. Yeah, have a look at this. Oh yeah, this decomposed ball, you say it got washed up there. I'm not sure how long it had been in the sea. Awful smell, and it absolutely stunk, and had to surround the area off. So that was the marina just down now. We're going to take a walk along this promenade here, and yeah, there's so much more news to talk about. And we've got this big massive project here just to the left up here, as you can see, and they've been on it now for over a year. And they reckon it could be done by October, definitely towards the end of this year. Yeah, so this big building here, this is the one they've been working on, of course. Bars and restaurants galore, and it's a massive commercial centre, and there's 600 parking spots, and they reckon they're all going to be available as from October. So that's going to be a bit of good news for people in Torrevieja, because you know parking can be a bit of pain since they've closed this off, because that used to be the car park, and at the moment they can only go just down the side here to the left and hunt around the back streets, even though there's more car parks promised. But yeah, this £40 million project is finished up costing, and hopefully we do get it done by the end of the year. And of course the big reason why they've been moving to Spain is because the cost of living is so much cheaper than anywhere else. And yeah, the affordability is so good. They reckon the numbers are now in Spain, the cost of living without the rent is around 22.6%, cheaper than the UK. So yeah, I don't know, the rent's a lot cheaper as well. And they're saying the rent is around about 33% cheaper. So yeah, a lot cheaper here in Spain on everything, eh? Tick, tick, tick. But even though all the prices are shooting up in all the supermarkets, but the supermarket out here, which they are calling the boss of supermarkets, which is the main one all the Spanish go to, and that's the one we shop in as well, is Mercadona. And Mercadona says they're going to be slashing £150 million off the supermarket shop this year. So all the people in Spain can benefit from this. They want to be loyal to their customers. And they reckon this is going to work out about €150 a year off their average spending bill for their shopping. And yeah, started to get a bit busy, a bit overcast, 32 today. As from tomorrow, this is that crashing weather warning. And yeah, it's going to be severe. And I've just noticed another sign gone up here as well about no buying off the street vendors. Really, they're concentrating on the looky people. So yeah, they're popping up down La Mata as well, all along the beach. There's no buying off the street vendors, €200 fine. They have a law out here on the child seat, and they reference it as an R44, and now it's R129. What does that actually mean? Well, they're actually changing it from September, and before the old child seat used to go by the weight of the child. Well, now they're changing all that completely. They're saying now from September it's all going to go by the size of the person. So yeah, it depends how big the child is, will decide how big your chair needs to be in the back of the car. Also, we've had the story about the illegal builds. We're hearing these stories all the time about the permission of down in Cura. I've done a story about that. So many illegal builds that have been built down in Cura, but they're trying to sort something out in legalising all these that were built off plan, that wasn't mentioned or given permission. So yeah, but there's another one, and it involves a big film star, Spanish film actor and director now, and Antonio Banderas. He's been the latest culprit to been ordered to have his house demolished, this big massive villa. Apparently he bought it off one of this Athletic Madrid chairmen back in 2000, who was into a bit of a real estate property, and he bought it, and at that time it wasn't even legal. It was after years and years of toing and froing. The Hollywood megastar, he's been labelled that, Hollywood actor. Oh, Antonio Banderas, I don't know if you've heard of him, but yeah, he's super duper famous apparently here in Spain as well. And they reckon after years of litigation and legal toing and froing, the Hollywood megastar from Malaga was forced to pull out his own house down. In other words, he demolished his own house in the end because it was going to get knocked down, so he ended up doing it himself. Bit upset really, because he had bought this house in really good faith, and the person he bought it from was actually given a green light, which was Notress Jesus Gil apparently. Yep, he was the mayor of Marbella. Apparently he was larger in life with his property and that, and he bought this property, but against all regulations. It was built too close to the sea, and finally he was ordered it to be demolished. And as you can see in the picture, he managed to do it himself. As you know, all of the season's fully kicked in as well, so yeah, thousands of people here. Roads are chock-a-block, absolutely gridlock now. And even before the summer, it's getting really bad down here on the Costa Blanca, Torrevieja, along the M332. And it's been horrendous. And with the influx of all these people coming in the summer season, up by the other side of Alicante, I mentioned, they've done the toll road as free for 3 months, which is Alicante, Villarreal up that way, which is the map above. I just put that up there. So this is what they've done, decided to do this toll road for free just to ease the congestion. And if it all goes well, they're talking about doing it permanent. But now there's been a big backlash and against all the other people on the Costa Blanca, Costa del Sol, Andalusia, all around, are all going nuts about this, because it's not fair why these people should be allowed free toll road. And they reckon it's the worst ever down here, down by La Zina, as you're coming from Cartagena, and you hit that toll road. It's one of the dearest toll roads, just for a short stretch really, literally 3 or 4 minutes. So you've got to pay, you know, this money to go through a little toll, and they're all dodging it, all going round to Benioff and round the back streets on the M332 to dodge the toll. And it's causing more congestion than anything. And if anything needs to be done, they reckon that one should be made free, considering it's been paid for many, many years ago. So yeah, they're all kicking off with the local mayor, the Minister of Transport, about this and saying how unfair it is, and he needs to address the problem down here. There's only 6,000 people that actually use the toll because of the fees. So yeah, let's watch this space, eh? See if they do something about it. They're putting pressure on the Transport Minister. And talk about transport, we've got big problems here, especially in the Orihuela Costa, which is right next to Torrevieja. And as you know, holiday makers are flux there, and they all want taxis this time of year. And there's over an hour wait, even up to 2 hours wait for a taxi. And the taxi people who are picking the phone up and answering the calls for these people wanting taxis keep apologising to the people about the delay. But apparently it's beyond their control, because they're saying they're only allowed so many licensed cars, even though the grant's been put in for a long time. So yeah, we've got so much more news to catch up with. If you're liking the video or anything you want to comment about this latest news, let us know below in the comments. But yeah, we've got other news, of course, this new anti-braking speed cameras that are getting set up. And the reason for it is for all these people that are slowing down just before the speed camera and speeding up after. Yeah, these new cameras apparently are going to start detecting people. Going to start detecting all these people that are slowing down just after and before the cameras. So yeah, they're cutting right down on speeding, aren't they, eh? More fines, more money for the Spanish government. But yeah, and what else has been happening? Well, we've got another person gone missing, believe it or not, in Mallorca. And yeah, it's a 26-year-old student, went there for an holiday after he had done all his exams, and he's now gone missing on the island of Mallorca. Yeah, this person named Ben Ross, law degree student, had a break-in in his place and they stole everything, apparently his laptop and his iPad, his wallet, his keys. So this happened on the 6th of July, and since the break-in he hasn't been seen since. He was a bit distressed about it and sent a kind of strange email to his mother back in the UK, and they're not actually sure what's happened to him at this moment in time. So yeah, they've got another GoFund page set up for Ben Ross now to try and track him down. A few people are actually saying, why don't they use some of the money left over from Jay Slater now his case is closed? But I don't think it quite works out like that. So yeah, watch this space on the latest missing person in Mallorca. And if you're thinking about going on holiday, there's been a bit of uproar, and an article that was in the Daily Mail about the sizes of suitcases being reduced. And this was apparently a BBC investigation that looked into it, and it was several airlines that had been slowly over the years reducing their size of their suitcases, and that's why a lot of these baggage and suitcases don't seem to fit into the holders, because they reckon this is their other way of getting a bit more money out of you. Ryanair have squeezed the dimensions of their travel experts claim. They reduced the sizes and may result in passengers being asked to pay extra for carrying on bags. But Ryanair declined to respond to these allegations. Yeah, well, we know the size has been getting smaller. It's been happening for a long time, isn't it now? And then you've seen it in the airports yourself. People were getting conned out of paying a bit more money, just put that fraction bigger, not fitting in that little box. So Ryanair was one of them that was accused of halving their dimensions on their cabin bags. So it surprised me, does it, eh? That was the roundup, really, everything you needed to know, the latest news. Ryanair and all the major airlines now are up to tricks with shortening the dimensions of the luggage. We've got a severe heat wave coming. Not to buy this kind of stuff and get caught, because you get fined €200. Don't try and reserve a space right next to the sea, especially if it's left more than 3 hours, because down on Benidorm, Costa Blanca, Kelpie and Costa del Sol, you will get a fine. Yes, another fine. And be careful of speed cameras if you're slowing down and speeding up, because these new technologies will have you. And if you know anything about this missing person, Ben Ross, yeah, or you'll be donating to the GoFund page. Anyway, that's the roundup today, and any more news, we'll be back to report of it, of course, on the Costa Blanca. And thank you for all you people who have been subscribing and following me and supporting me with coffees. And also, if you want to become a member, there is links below. You can come. Until next time, hasta luego.